But just before we go to sports news, yet another award has come the way of your 8-time Nigeria Media Merit Award winning station and Africa's best TV station, Channels Television. This time around, Channels Television has received an award for qualitative news gathering at the maiden edition of the Lagos Commerce and Industry Award, organized by the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The award ceremony took place at the Shell Hall of the Muson Center, Lagos, Nigeria.
The winner is Channels Television. Thank you. I tell you, the Channels Television has become the leading news station in Nigeria on the back of its fairness, independence, and balanced viewpoints. Channels has become the most trusted source of news in the Nigerian market because of its perceived neutrality in the political and business space. Congratulations, Channels. And so, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is the news read by...
On behalf of the executive management and the entire staff of Channels Television, we'd like to say a very big thank you for this honor. And in keeping with our tradition of always winning awards, we intend to come back next year and we pledge our support to the necessary.
Yes, congratulations again to Channels Television for that award there from the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Hopefully, as winners always do, they keep winning every year and every season. We're talking about winning. Nigerian international Osaze Demige scored his 5th goal for Stoke City to help the Porters beat Fulham 4-1 at the Britannia Stadium. The 32-year-old opened scoring on 39 minutes following a goal-mouth scramble and then went on to record a fine assist from Marko Arnautovic a few minutes later.
Down. Great strength here. Look, he backs in the race. He's got nowhere to go. Gets down that dead ball line, cuts it back. There's the deflection off of Dan Burn onto the bar. Well, games become awfully stretched, and he.
Meanwhile, Manchester City have climbed to the top of the league following a 3-2 win at Everton. Ross Barkley gave Everton a dream start on 11 minutes before Sergio Aguero equalised for the citizens with a nice run and a finish. Well, 2 goals from Edin Dzeko put City in control before Romelu Lukaku grabbed a second for the Toffees to ensure a nervous finish at Goodison Park. In another game, Sunderland beat Manchester United 1-0 at Old Trafford. West Ham beat Tottenham Hotspur by 2-0. Nigerian international Shola Mobi opened the scoring as Newcastle beat Cardiff 3-0 to condemn the Bluebirds to the Championship, while Aston Villa beat Hull City 3-1, while Ricky Lambert's late strike earned Southampton a 1-0 win over Swansea City. Now, the dispute between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Marcus Maidana over which boxing gloves the Argentine could wear has been resolved, while the highly anticipated WBA and WBC welterweight unification bout had been threatened by the gloves controversy. But the fight will now go ahead as scheduled at the MGM ground after both camps found a common ground. Mayweather will wear Grant's gloves while Maidana will fight in Everlast. A MotoGP World Champion Marc Marquez produced a record-breaking lap late in qualifying to secure his 4th pole of the season at his home Grand Prix. While the Spaniard's time of 1 minute 38.120 seconds broke compatriot Jorge Lorenzo's previous record, and in doing so relegated the Yamaha star to 2nd place on the grid. Marquez's Honda teammate Dani Pedrosa was back in 3rd, with 6-time world champion Valentino Rossi on the 2nd row in 4th. And that's it in the sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
It is a sad way to conclude the day, but rescuers in Afghanistan have given up hope of finding any more survivors in a double landslide that is believed to have killed more than 2,500 people. They've stopped digging through the earth and mud that swarmed a whole village in the remote northeast province of Badakhshan on Friday. Officials now say the site has become a mass grave for the village of Abbaring. Aid, including tents, food and water, have begun to arrive for the survivors who spent Friday night camped out in near freezing conditions on the open hillside. As regards the cause of the landslides, heavy rain is believed to be responsible. Well, on Friday, 42 people were killed in the Ukrainian city of Odessa, and without surprise, it has triggered anger from pro-Russian supporters. The clashes culminated in a major fire at a trade union building where most of the deaths occurred and hundreds of people gathered to protest. The protest comes as Ukraine claims to have seized a security building from rebels in the east of the country. 7 international monitors held by pro-Russian activists in eastern Ukraine were released earlier. The violence in Odessa is described as the most serious in Ukraine since February, when more than 80 people were killed during protests in Kiev against ousted President Viktor Yanukovych. And finally tonight, do you need a home in a hurry? Then this is for you. A Chinese firm in Shanghai's Jinpu district has built 10 rudimentary prototype houses in 24 hours using 3D printing technology. The construction company at the center of it all says hard work has finally paid off.
These homes may look ordinary, but they represent significant achievements in the construction world. A Chinese company has just demonstrated the capabilities of its giant 3D printer, building 10 houses in less than 24 hours. The houses are built on site. They are made from recycled construction materials and industrial waste. The walls, structure and base of the houses are entirely a product of 3D printing. However, the windows, furniture, roof and other add-ons are from non-printed materials. 12 years was all it took to attain this feat. Mayehe, chief executive of Winsun Construction Company, takes us through the process and likely benefits.
By processing, we filter out toxic substance in the mixture to make raw material which is more solid than traditional concrete for 3D printing. When comparing the raw materials we use with the traditional concrete, it's more solid. Secondly, it's more eco-friendly. We make it much better because we use less material. We add fiber to the mixture to enhance its solidity and tenacity.
Clinging to his trade secrets, he admits his designs may not win any architectural award, but puts roof over the heads of people in need of shelter.
That's definitely the start to a revelation, or revolution as they like to say. And the main news again, the president is meeting with the governor of Borno State, Alhaji Kashim Shettima, over the insecurity in his state. Also present at the meeting are the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Ayim Pius Ayim, the Senate President, Mr. David Mark, the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Abubakar, the Commissioner for Education in Borno State, and the Principal of the Chibok Secondary School. Former Head of State, retired General Yakubu Gowon, has asked Nigerians to support the federal government in its bid to tackle security challenges in the country. And rescuers in Afghanistan have abandoned their search for survivors after 2 landslides destroyed a village and killed as many as 2,500.